We're so glad to have Kurt Keller here with us to tell us about the Geoffrey Keller Memorial Open Water Swim, and it's a very special event. And tell us a little bit about who Geoffrey Keller is and what this event means.
Okay, Geoffrey Keller was my son, who died not quite 2 years ago of what's called an awake trigger for malignant hypothermia.
And explain malignant hypothermia to people who've never heard of it.
Well, malignant hypothermia is a genetic condition, a dominant gene. My son had it, my father had it, I have it. It is generally thought of as a reaction to anesthesia, general anesthesia. Now, there's a lot of anesthesia used today that doesn't trigger it. And 90% of the people who have it triggered in surgery survive. The Malignant Hypothermia Association of the United States is trying to make that 100%. However, there are things called awake triggers that we don't know what they all are, that can be triggered when you're not under anesthesia, and the survival rate of that is virtually zero. And we do know one of the awake triggers, and that's hard exercise and excessive heat. And there's a study done out of France, just published a couple months ago, and out of 300 subjects for heat stroke, they found that 47% had malignant hypothermia.
Wow.
Implication. Every now and then we read about these athletes who die in August, like football practice. A good chance half of them actually have malignant hypothermia.
It's a very, very complex disease and something that a lot of people don't know a lot about, so that's why this event's important. Tell us a little bit about what people can expect when they get there. What can they do?
Well, what they can do, they can swim. We can always use more swimmers. They can swim either 1.2 or 2.4 miles at Lincoln Trail State Park. It's an open water event. I can register online. They go to Malignant Hypothermia Association of the United States website, and they can register there. There are other links you can find to get there, and then they can swim. And then at 12:30, we have the Douglas Warren Band from Nashville coming up to do a concert there. And they'll take any donations for malignant hypothermia. Anyone wants to give us a free concert.
And registration is $50 per person, is that correct?
Registration for the swim.
For the swim.
The concert's free.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, it's definitely a worthwhile event about a cause that needs just more exposure to get out to. And Kurt, we just thank you so much for stopping by.
Well, thank you for having me.